Hello and good evening, good afternoon to everybody. Today we will see the first game of the main tournament's group stage here on SpeedGaming. We are in Group AC and it's a cross-hunt match between Lanabean and Zelga. Today I got joined by Koi. How are you?
I'm doing great. I haven't done commentary in quite a while, so happy to be here. Cross hunt's kind of a weird mode, but we'll make it work.
Yeah. So let's see what happened.
And we're off to the races, so to speak. Different starting routes for both of our runners. Lanabean opting for Link's house, gonna go for a tree pull, it looks like.
Yes, and we got two different diversions with the start. 50 rupees in Thank, and you called it only a compass in Link's house.
Yeah, Sanctuary at the Useless Fairy Cave, so Zelga is just going to immediately Houlihan. This will prepare him for going to Kakariko, be able to buy the Bottle Merchant item no matter what. And if he happens to find a shop on the way, hey, 10 bombs. I thought Lanabean was going to set up a tree pull or something. I guess she can still do that. But also looking for bombs. They both found a bomb off the guard drop, though.
That drop down to back of escape.
Yeah, there's those Houlihan rupees paying out for Zelga, being able to buy bombs from that shop. And looks like Zelga is going to continue here. Lanabean saved and quit after that entrance, but it looks like Zelga will be moving on to greener pastures over in the eastern area.
And we see also a Houlihan on Lana's side.
Race game connector. Zelga flush with bombs, just going to open it and walk away. I'm not sure why you do that though. Maybe it's to remind yourself that you found the other side if you find the right side later.
Maybe.
Both runners opting for these eastern area checks before going over to Kakariko. Kind of weird, but okay. Oh, looks like Lanabean's going to take the connector this time, though. New information. Back of desert here in the Eastern Palace entrance. Zelga looked like he was about to steal the key, but changed his mind. Stealing the key is kind of a mixed bag play. I'd say like most of the time I steal the key, I just end up never spending it, and I just wasted a few seconds grabbing it. But probably on average, it might be better to have stolen the key, because then you have an option of using it.
Absolutely.
Both runners down to half a heart, though. Lana's got a couple more entrances here. I'm a little scared for her getting through this this Arma statue at the bottom corner.
Well,
we're good.
And Zelga was in the C-shaped house with 10 bombs.
Yeah, nice refill there at the end. Oh no, Lanabean. Okay, we're good.
That was close.
Well, it's weird because like if you're just moving normally, that guard never hits you. But as soon as you have half a heart, it gets kind of terrifying. So you're a lot more likely to take damage because you hesitate. Lana does steal the key, and I imagine she'll take a death warp here. No.
Eastern is our connector to Desert Back.
I mean, I know taking the Death Orb is slower, but that Octorok right there can be really terrifying sometimes. Nice RNG, though, from Lanabean's Octorok. It just went left, and it's going to go do his own thing for a while, leaving her safe to move on. Zelga wants more bombs, I guess. But these guys are the bomb pack. Oh, he's doing the tree pull, I see.
With some money, and Link's uncle is Kakariko Well.
Yeah, it's a nice thing to find when you already have a bunch of bombs, for sure.
Yes, I mean, Kakariko Well, that are 5 checks, 5 possible items.
Zelga farmed up quite a bit of rupees there. To what end? Who knows? Maybe Zora play in our future. Probably not anytime soon, though. Lana will be our first runner to the Kakariko checks, yeah.
We found a castle tower key.
You always want one castle tower key, but maybe don't give me a second one, please. Quack medallion.
We found castle tower. We found Maya and Feast Town small.
Big key sitting on the race game. We'll have to come back for that later when we have access to it. Thieves Small is definitely a thing you want to find. Although it's a little kind of a bad omen too, because having the small key is what puts the boss in logic, whether or not you have a hammer. And we move into Kakariko proper for Lanabean, while Zelga's finishing up the South Kak checks. Ice Heart Cave with the Moon Pearl, or the Munpar exclamation point, as it is affectionately known.
I call it the Merle.
The Merle, yeah, that's a good one too. No, we had that that weird like festive seed where they ran all the text through a translator 3 times, and the Moon Pearl ended up getting translated as Munpar for some reason. Blacksmith did not move very far from home.
Not really.
It's better than Ice Rod Cave, Blacksmith, for sure. Yes. Here we find Laser Bridge, Lanabean taking care of that hard hat beetle, and then we have to do some walk skips. Very cleanly done.
Boomerang. Desert Pick.
Significant, since we did find Backup Desert earlier at the eastern entrance. This is one of those texts where like you just have to be confident. If you believe that you are invincible, you will be invincible. But if you're scared of taking damage, you will die. Oh, Thieves Big to go with our Thieves Small. I'm not sure about the logic for Laser Bridge, because I know Cross Hunt is generated off of a different branch. On VT logic, this is still requiring an immunity item or a mirror shield, but I don't know if that's true for Cross Hunt.
Ice Palace small.
Alright, see, Zelga was scared of taking damage. That's why he took damage. If he just believed he was invincible, that would not have happened.
Talking about desert.
We do have that big key. I believe this is Crypt of the Necrodancer that we're listening to.
Lanabean is using Crypt of the Necrodancer, the confirmed version.
It's an S word.
We got the toothpick sword, but still better than nothing.
Yes, sharp, pointy things are our friends.
And we got a bottled fairy on Desert Torch.
Did she do the big chest?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that was an oopsie. I don't. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but it did look like she just forgot to do the big chest.
Yeah, I think Lanabean will come back with boots to Desert.
Oh, here she's back again. I think she realized her mistake.
Yes. We know there is a boot lock bottle in Desert, but we can do right side, we can do big chest.
Well, the right side, she can only do the right side because she stole that key earlier.
Yep.
So I don't think it makes much sense to steal the right side right now because we do have the big key already and we know where the back of the desert is.
Talking about big chest, there was the Hulk magic.
Yeah, it's a really nice find. Looks like a piece of heart in that drop for Zelga. Alright, we have Moon Pearl in tow. We can actually do these entrances. Not that glove-locked one, though. Outside of race game. Yeah, she saw that earlier.
So now we know we got over Kakariko are connected to Dark Death Mountain.
Nifty little damage boost there to get past the Lionel. And this is cross hunt, so it's 0 crystals to open the GT entrance. But there's nothing in it anyway.
Now Spike Cave. With the next shot. And now Zelga also found the first sword.
Small key on Delivery for Lanabean. We'll have to come back for that one. 0 crystals means 0 importance. Yeah, I kind of liked, I always liked GT being behind 7 crystals because it was rarely ever important, but when it was important, it was really exciting, where now it's just like a regular entrance. It's normal, it's boring. It does put a lot more value on going left from that connector that Zelga's taking right now. Because I think normally I would just drop down right here and get the 2 faster entrances versus the 2 over there. But you can only get to that GT entrance by going left. But Zelga's dropping down anyway for the faster entrances. We find Mire Shed, potentially amazing things. Like a flute. Not bad.
Flute means more mobility.
Yeah, flute's really nice. Flute is our so like at this stage of the game, the main thing we're looking for is access to the mountain because that's where all the things are. And flute is that access for Zelga.
And we got a book in Spectral Cave.
Yeah, we'll have to find a way to get to it later, but nice to know it's there.
We found the next Turtle Rock entrance.
Yeah, Zelga finds a connector taking him over to East, Light Death Mountain, which is the one place the book wouldn't take him. Or sorry, the flute, not the book. Eastern Palace. I'm sure that's Zelga's dying to know what's in there. I'm sure he's gonna turn around and go get it any second now. Zelga, You forgot to do Eastern Zelga. Kane Samaria for Lanabean in the Uncle Drop. Significant find because we did just see the big chest entrance for Turtle Rock, so the Kane would give you logical access to chain chomps and also the connector out the laser eye entrance. And Zelga happened to find the old man cave. Not that important that he found the other side of that because he does have that flute. He could just fly here. The old man giving him out of logic flippers. But convenient connector nonetheless.
And we found Paradox.
Yeah, Paradox and Blind's hideout simultaneous. All the checks. Alright, which one's better, you think? Paradox has more items, but you never know. It just takes one. Okay, well, I think Zelga's item entrance was the better one, apparently.
We found boots.
The cha-cha-chas.
GT small. Gal Woods and Hot.
Yeah, a lot of being unfortunately getting messed up by the Sprite Slot Zero thing. I don't know what you'd call it, but anyway, the center mini Moldorm dropped a fairy, and because you fairies never land on the ground, it messed up the index or whatever for her bomb jump, which caused it to fail. There's a front of Turtle Rock on the mountain for Zelga. Another place the cane would be useful.
And we found Thicket.
And another 5-item entrance for Zelga in Mini Moldorm Cave.
And Agony moved to Kakariko.
Didn't we see a key for this?
Yes, on Zelga's side, but not on Lanabean's side.
That's unfortunate. And another 5-item entrance. So that was Blind's hideout, Hype Cave, and Mini Moldorm Cave all on the mountain.
And we got Red Mail on Zelga's side.
And Zelga gonna check these entrances that Lanabean saw earlier. One of these was the library with a key on it, so we will be able to find out what that was from Zelga. But this is where Zelga's routing kind of was unfortunate because he was unable to check the GT entrance. But of course we know it's nothing, but it'll be something burning in his brain later.
Talking about keys, library was a pot small.
You definitely want some pod smalls. Alright, and this should be a journey over to Kakariko to activate that flute for Zelga. Grabbing what he can on the way, maybe Bonkrats. Lanabean finds essentially the main access to the Dark World here. So this is going to give Lanabean access to quite a few entrances. It might be a while before we get to those boots. Oh, never mind. We're taking a connector. Who knows where this is going to go? I'm very surprised that she's going to take this connector though, because I was always told we're bomb jumping. Okay, I guess it's faster. like you probably shouldn't take connectors if the connector can't take you somewhere that's better than where you already are. And while if she knew the boots weren't there, she would think differently. But having access to the dark world is pretty good. It's fairly unlikely this connector can take you somewhere better than that. I mean, in all likelihood, it's just going to take her to the dark world already.
We found Desert Small. It was behind Saha.
And that one-way connector from Lana takes her up to the top of Light Death Mountain.
And
which
our green pendant is Desert.
Of course. Now spending the key on the right side of Desert instead of killing the boss is a little more reasonable.
Oh, and I forgot Saha is boots locked. It's on Bonk Rocks.
Fine. So this might end up taking Lanabean over to the mountain, right? Because the dark room here is the one that goes to the mountain, which is where we found the boots. It looked like she did identify which dark room it was, so we're probably going to go through it. But I think the flute was here anyway, right? Oh, okay. We're playing against Zelga. That means definitely do Eastern. I guess we're not going to go that far into Eastern. Lanabean's setting up a Death Warp already. Makes me think she's not planning on staying. Flute is over here? Okay, that's what I thought. So even if Lanabean doesn't go through that dark room, the flute will give her access to the mountain anyway. Alright, so Zelka going through the middle section of Turtle Rock here. So it is in logic to go this direction with either the cane or the hookshot. Although this particular chest he's about to do is not in logic. Okay, so just first two Eastern from Lanabean. We did find the basically go mode single arrow though.
The famous single arrow, yes.
It's a unique item, I was told. Okay, this is really dangerous what Zelga's doing. But he has red mail, so he's fine. That was a death on green mail. If he had green mail, he would be dead right now. But I think we could assume that if he had a green mail, he wouldn't have gotten hit either. Oh, our bottle for Sick Kid.
On the lava chest.
And Lana is going through that dark room to get to the mountain. Oh, the flute was in Dark Death Mountain. Okay, I misheard what you said. Yeah, so she didn't get the flute. Zelga, however, finds a shovel. All right, now we see Zelga bonk and rail clip to get over here. That is not in logic, of course, but he has the items to do this logically. This is just a faster way. Didn't take him anywhere helpful, though.
And now Lanabean on the way to her boots.
Alright, but we do have boots now for Lanabean. That's fantastic. And although she did get them later than Zelga, it's not that much later. I'm sure it's fine. Sick Kid, though. The Swamp Small. That's a pretty nifty item when we have flippers already. It took a while, but Zelga finally made it to Kakariko to activate this flute. Although having already found the mountain entrances, the flute doesn't take us anywhere new at this time. The Triforce pieces are on bosses. Every boss will have one.
We got 10 bosses with 10 Triforce pieces at all. And one Triforce piece behind Ice Armors and the last one behind Moldum 2 Invalidation Chest. We need to collect 10 of them to be able to defeat Ganon.
Why is it done like that? As opposed to just putting the pieces in random places? I guess it makes it more strategic, knowing where they are in advance. Having to kill bosses is kind of traditional for beating the game. So, I mean, like, essentially it's the same as normal, right? We have to kill bosses and then defeat Ganon. It's just the reasonings that are changing, and how many of those bosses and which ones. The tournament actually is 3 different modes. This particular race is just one of those 3 modes.
We got 3 modes. Open, all dungeons, key sanity with boots, and cross hunt. And we got in the group stage.
You get to choose which 2 to not get. Well, in in essence, I guess. Sometimes the seed will choose for you. I'm looking at you, Ice Rod. And
we got 3 modes here in the main tournament. We got open. We got all dungeons, key sanity with starting boots, and cross hunt. What we are looking now.
Croissant.
Cross hunt. Now I'm hungry. Thank you.
Alright, Lanabean checking the back of Mountain Cave connector. Zelga finding a map. Zelga, you picked up an extra pot. Oh my god, the time loss.
The useless map.
Oh, we have found the hookshot cave. And guess what? We have a hookshot. Oh, Lanabean picked up the extra pot as well. They're even.
Got Master Sword.
Master Sword, definitely nice to find. Oh, it just takes us out that connector. So Zelga will come over here and check the GT entrance, and assuming Lanabean takes this connector as well, we'll get that flute. We've come full circle. Everyone has done all the things. And Lana, attempting the hover, which would have been a faster way to do this, but can't just hookshot over anyway. I think that's faster than what Zelga did. Zelga did this whole like hookshotting all the way back through thing to avoid falling, but I think falling was just faster.
And here was the flute. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Lanabean had when they both came out here, Lanabean had gone left and Zelga went down. So now they just come back a second time and do the other person's thing. Shovel just leads to a Meyer key. Yeah. Oh, hover, 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 hover. Book,
Nice.
let's go!
Nice.
Of course, we saw the entrance of desert anyway, so there was something there. But maybe we can check a tableau later.
And logically, the book is locked behind gloves.
Head check? I guess it's possible. Although it seems it seems maybe inefficient to sequence break to a book so that you can go check to see if something that you have no access to will be important later, perhaps. But yeah, we could. Lanabean finds that desert small.
Also, TR small.
Going back to desert doesn't seem all that bad either, because now we can check those two entrances, and I don't think we've seen the items from Zelga. Zelga's considering the Mire dip, but nah. Mire is a pretty feels bad entrance when you don't have fire source yet.
Yeah, makes more sense. With fire source, you can also play the famous cutscene chest. But at least you need to leave one check behind without big key.
All right, here are those desert checks we were talking about. Looks like Lana is going to go get the bottle. Not having found that one that Zelga did, this is Lanabean's first bottle. Zelga, however, is in Tower of Hera. Now, we do not have any keys, no big key, no small key, but we have a hook shot. Hookshot lets us Herapot and sequence break up to the top of this dungeon without the big key in tow. So we can't grab the big chest here, unfortunately, but we can kill the boss.
We just found the small key for Dark Cross.
Ooh,
Here's the mirror.
Lanabean finding the mirror on right side desert. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Absolutely.
And it's actually especially valuable for when you're traveling through the Dark World, which Lanabean did not do earlier. When she was in this area earlier, she took that one-way connector through Super Bunny and just skipped all these checks. So now we're back, and we get to mirror over to things like that. I think we saw a big key on Race Game, right? And then K45, Great Red Ledge, such things like that.
Yes, and we just got Triforce piece number 1 on Zelga's side.
Yep, and like we were talking about earlier, this is cross hunt, so every single boss will drop a Triforce piece. We don't really care if it's a pendant or a crystal.
We also will find 2 Triforce pieces in GT, one in validation chest, second one behind ice armors.
And there's that Eastern Big for Zelga, setting himself up for a single diff Eastern.
Or he's waiting for the bow.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. He's gonna wait for the bow and then single diff it. Whether or not you dip Eastern, it's kind of a you play it by ear kind of thing. I mean, some people might just never do it, and some people might just always do it. But I think you can't really apply the same rule to every situation. It really depends on like how many more things do you have left to do. Where is Eastern? How hard is it to get back here? That kind of thing.
And Zelga paid 500 rupees for 3 bombs.
There's been worse deals.
Yes. Scam Star is back.
And we found Thieves Town. Now remember, we have the big key. Oh, and the ice rod now. We have the big key for this dungeon. Lanabean, according to the tracker, does not have the small key. I don't remember where that was exactly. Zelga heading into desert. We'll find the mirror here.
Thieves Town Small was Kakariko Well, and the entrance is Link's uncle.
Lanabean hasn't done the uncle trap?
Lana wasn't there.
That's surprising. Like, when we're talking about, like, checking drops, the one you're looking for is Kakariko. Wow. So to not have gone and found that, surprising. But without the small key, I imagine Lanabean will be less inclined to stay. But never mind, she's doing it.
And we got Bacon Sword.
Yeah, so logically, the big key gives you access to the maiden cell, and that's it. And then the small key is logical access to the boss and the attic chest. And then the big chest is requiring both the hammer and the small key. So if you come back here without the hammer or the small key, you're not doing the big chest. But at least if you have the small key, it was in logic for you to do most of this.
The important thing here in Thieves Town is the Triforce piece.
Yeah, staying in the dungeon, Lanabean will still be able to kill the boss, even if it is out of logic, and get that Triforce piece.
And we got the life refill.
It's just, you know, how often is a seed won or lost because you skipped one check that had something important in it, right?
I mean, it's always the decision, will I leave one check behind or not?
No glove, gonna have to go around the flowway. Rude Bari is rude. Kill him just for good measure.
It was shocking.
Actually, I almost dashed away. Alright, so the in logic check was empty. Mirroring with the maiden. That wouldn't be faster though, right? I know it's definitely not faster if you have the glove. I don't think it would be faster to mirror. It's faster with no glove and skipping the big chest. That's interesting. By half a second. Oh, okay. Alright, there we go. Triforce piece for Lanabean. We're tied up. Zelga will find Thieves down here pretty soon, though. And I think it's a lot more likely for Zelga to go to the back of Thieves since he does have that small key putting it in logic. I thought Lana might skip it for now in the hopes that by the time you find the small key, you also have the hammer and can do that extra check. And then, you know, you might have the glove too to make it a little faster.
But I think Thieves Town Big will be a last location, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that's the danger, right? That's why I personally wouldn't have wanted to skip it, because I know if I skip it, I'm never coming back.
Yes. And it's always in your head.
Yeah, sometimes the game makes you skip things like that. You don't really have a choice in it, but you do have the power to avoid choosing that sometimes.
And you always got a bad feeling. Did I miss something or not? Was it important or not?
Yeah, and they have the mirror too. I definitely would have just mirrored if I was Lanabean. Now, if I'm Zelga, I think I stay. So, of course, he's going to leave. Ah, my God, these people make no sense. So Lana, who had no logical reason or no logical key to do the bag, chooses to do the bag. And Zelga, who does have the key, chooses to skip the bag.
Yeah, but he got no hammer.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like the hammer is just access to the big chest. The key is what gives logic to the boss and to the attic chest. But like, you know, they just got to the Dark World. They have a lot of entrances left to go, any one of which may just have that hammer in it. I just, you know, as a player myself, I always think about what would I do in this situation. And I think if I was in Lana's situation, never would have done it. And if I was Zelga's situation, I probably would have done it. So it's funny that they did the opposite of that.
One of the reasons why I love Rando, you always got this interesting diversions.
Oh yeah, this is important to note. So on the VT branch, when we generate seeds off of the website or with the hospital bot, they always have the skull with small key in this chest that Zelda's doing. But because this is generated off a different branch, it is randomized like everything else. Oh, we found Swamp Palace. Still looking for the dam, though. But we did get that Swamp Small Key off Sick Kid earlier from Zelda. And now with that mirror, Lanabean will be able to grab this item off the race team, which, if I remember correctly, was a big key.
Yeah, it was.
It could be like a really good big key. Like, what would be good? Hera would be nice for Lanabean. Ice Foul's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. And the burning question, do you take this one-way connector?
Sparrow Cave? I mean, it's only one check.
She may come back for it. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, if she was going to do Spiral Cave, you'd still want to do Dig Gate first. But probably just going to leave for now. The issue is that going through Spiral Cave, taking this one-way connector is the only way to get that one item, right? There's no opportunity to get it later. You'll just come back here. And seeing as how we have the Moon Pearl and the mirror, like, taking connectors is not bad. Oh, Zelda actually came back to Thieves Sound. I didn't notice that. I just wanted, I guess he was just doing a few more entrances before he committed to doing this without the hammer.
Yeah, makes sense. Just be sure there is no hammer around, so just do it.
Yeah, I guess it would be pretty feels bad to orphan the big chest and then in your next entrance, oh, that's where the hammer was.
Hello there.
And he does mirror.
We talked about.
Oh my god. It's one of those things where, like, I wouldn't mirror because it's easier to just never mirror than to have to think about whether or not I should mirror.
And we got Triforce piece number 2 for Zelda. There is the bow.
Alright, so Lanabean gets the bow, Zelga gets the big key. Who's gonna go to Eastern first? I don't really remember where the Eastern big key was, but Zelga will eventually get down here to South Dark World. Unless he gets distracted by that Spiral Cave connector. Alright, Lanabean does a little bit of backtracking here to get to the Hype Cave and Swamp Palace entrances. Speaking of Swamp Palace, Zelda finds that. Lanabean also opting not to do Mire.
Lana has no small piece for Mire.
I think Lanabean's gonna go back for Spiral Cave.
Maybe.
Well, because I was thinking that she was gonna continue on from this area with the flippers to like go to like Dark Shopping Mall. But the order that she's doing this checks make me think she's actually going over to Bombo's tablet, and so I think she's either gonna save and quit from Bombo's tablet or go back to the Dark World and run back over to Spiral Cave. Although now we have this Hyrule Castle connector, so that changes everything. Alright, so Zelga's going to find that Spiral Cave connector as well. I don't think he takes it immediately, but there is a possibility he takes it after digging. Probably not, though. I love that tiniest bit of hesitation when you walk in, where you realize, okay, what is this? Okay, that's what it is. Do I want to do this? No. Then you walk out.
We just found the second castle tower small. The first was on Kakariko Well.
Okay, so that cleans up the basement of Hyrule Castle. Next is Dark Cross.
Try the MSU on Lanabean's side.
So because we access Hyrule Castle from the Dark World, the ropes here are their Dark World variant, which means they do a lot more damage than normal. But we're on Red Mail. I think it's going to be okay. Just 10 arrows in Dark Cross. Alright, now we check Bombo's tablet. So this is significant because Lanabean has this book because she hovered to it earlier. Zelga did not make that play. So something important being here could be very significant. Like a bug net? No, that's not important.
The famous bug net.
It's like nothing being on Bomba's tablet doesn't mean Lanabean's like losing or anything. Just that play didn't lead to a big difference maker right away. No glove. Yeah, so I think she is going back for Spiral Cave, like I was saying earlier. Well, oh wait, no, she's not. I don't know what she's doing now. Oh, we're doing Meyer. Meyer? Meyer. Yeah, I think if she had a glove there, she would have gone back for Spiral Cave. But now it became too inconvenient, so we're doing other things. So both runners chose not to do this when they found it earlier. So no big key, so we can't kill the boss, so we can't do the big chest, and no fire source, so we can't do 2 checks on the left side either. And then it's even worse for Lanabean, who has no small keys, so we have to steal the small key from the pot to even go to the left side to hit the switch. Essentially, the worst variation of dipping this dungeon. Oh, but it had a fire source inside.
Chat was jinxing it. Because one guy or girl or whatever just called Lamb can be in Maya. Here it is.
That's always the danger, right? Like, well, I don't want to do this until I have this item. But what if that item is just there? I'm sure we've all seen the hook shot on left side swamp before.
We got the next fetch quest.
So even with the lamp in hand, though, these checks on the left side of Meyer are not in logic for Lanabean. They are locked behind 3 small keys. Lanabean has 0. Had to do some quick maths. Alright, and Lanabean does leave behind the cutscene chest for now. Makes a lot of sense with it being so far out of logic for her. Aw, and we're not going back for Spiral Cave. Where are we going?
I mean, you
This
can
is
skip
Paradox,
it.
right?
I mean, you can skip Spiral Cave. It's only 1 check.
Oh, we're turning in the mushroom, I see. Oh, we're going back. Oh, we're going back. This is Spiral Cave. This is totally Spiral Cave.
And we will see GT on Zelga's side.
I mean, she might go over to Shopping Mall, but like all the routing up to this point has led me to believe that she wants to do Spiral. Go left. Go left. Go left. Yeah! Spiral Cave. Let's go. Oh, wait. What's this? Oh, we're checking the mushroom. Never mind. Okay, continue going left now.
Please, please.
Aw, come on, Lanabean. We wanted to see Spiral Cave. I am disappointed.
We get a moment or two, so I will take this time to give a shout out to our trackers, Akuhaish and Loop Boy, who are keeping us up to date.
Alright, so Zelga, no fire source, no hammer. There's not a lot we can do here. Lanabean intentionally gets a shield stolen. Okay. There is no point in doing that. Like there, even on slow ROM, there was no point in doing that because it caused like the amount of time you're losing from having a shield is less than the amount of time you lose by waiting for the picket to steal your shield. Yes, Ether does open the Mire entrance. Alright, so Lanabean going through Tower of Hera here. Just like Zelga before, though, no big Q, no small Q. Piece number 2 for Lanabean. We're all tied up yet again.
And a pot small key on desert ledge.
Yeah, we're really racking up those pod smalls. And we'll get some flipper checks from Lanabean. We did see these earlier from Zelga. Zelga heading back over to East Death Mountain. I'm trying to remember what was over here that we'd want to revisit. Oh! Right, Eastern. And Lanabean finds the Eastern Big Key at the same time Zelga goes into Eastern. So I imagine Lanabean will probably head straight over to Eastern after this as well.
And we see on Zelga's side, Eastern is Crystal.
Although with the GT entrance not requiring crystals to open, the blue crystals are essentially worthless. The red ones will still get you the big bomb, but all the other ones do nothing.
Maybe there is something important behind the big bomb.
It's possible.
But we don't.
Yeah, we don't know if this is a red one.
Yes.
Lanabean does take the trip back over here to get to her portal. This will allow her to now check Dark Shopping Mall, which Zelga found by way of a connector. Although I think he came out of the bomb-locked entrance, so the glove-locked one will still be a mystery to us. Yes, no glove. Sorry, Lanabean.
We're on the Pyro Castle.
So she can take that Hyrule Castle connector. We haven't seen the, I think the right exit. Or she can keep swimming and head over to the pod area. Alright, Zelga heading through Eastern. I don't think we found anything super important. We got like a GT small or something. She turns into a Pokeball.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, she's playing Pikachu Sprite with Zelda vibes. Sorry, Link vibes. Triforce piece number 3 for Zelda.
So this is significant. Lanabean is setting up to bomb jump the right side here. This is only possible because she has that lamp. Zelga did not have the lamp when he was here earlier. This was not an option available to him. But we walk into this top room first and kill all the enemies to get out. And this sets up where we spawn after we drop into a pit. And then very important, she pushes that block first. And now the objective here is we need to bomb jump over to that torch, light it with the lamp, fall in the pit to respawn at the top of the room, and then quickly get through with boots and or hook shot to light all the other ones on our way out.
And watch out for the hand.
Very nice.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Yes.
But does it lead to anything?
It's a question.
Oh, Zelga found the dam. She got a shield. Look! Okay, so she loses the shield earlier, which cost time, and now she bombs this chest that had a shield, which cost time. All for the sake of letting us know how much she despises having shields. And because it's like an key sanity mode, we're probably going to find the rear shield eventually anyway. Don't let your memes be true.
You want to avoid the shield? Game says no. Here you got it back.
So finding the bomb, and the hammer. So finding the dam for Zelga means that Swamp Palace was an option with Specky Cliff, but now we have the hammer anyway. So now it's just a dungeon we can go do almost everything in.
So was.
Of course, bow right before Ice Armos.
Perfect timing. For Triforce piece number 3.
And Zelga finds Ice Palace, but we are still without Fire Rod or Bombos. Can't do much there. Alright, so Lanabean, do you take the connector or we're swimming? We're swimming. Alright, so swimming is going to get Lanabean to where Zelga was just at, so maybe finding the dam. Although it looks like she's going to come in a different order. Yeah, you can't go south. Yeah, no hammer, no glove. Okay, yeah, so she was just checking that entrance and then she'll come back the other way. Man, over an hour in and no glove in sight. Swamp Palace does certainly look to be a place that probably has some things in it. I think that's where Zelga's headed right now. Well, after this entrance. Which was a dark room. Yep, Swamp Palace for Zelga. So we have the small key. We have the hammer, but we do not have the big key. So 9 out of 10 checks available, and a guaranteed Triforce piece. The race is actually a little close right now. So Zelga's getting to swamp a bit earlier than Lanabean will. But Lanabean spent a bunch of time getting that Triforce piece out of GT that Zelga will have to do later. Lanabean still has Eastern available as well. So hopefully she doesn't get distracted and leave this area to go do that before checking the hopo. Oh, Fire Source in hand, we can get this boss as well.
Yes. Where was Eastern?
Eastern is on Light East Seth Mountain. It's the bottom of Paradox Entrance.
Ah, there, yes, I remember.
And Zelga going for left side swamp. It's a pretty common strategy to skip left side swamp in non-key sanity modes, but in key sanity modes it's always maximum value. So skipping it is a bit less common.
Yes, it takes time to do left side swamp, but it makes sense in cross key, cross hunt. 2 checks.
Oh no, Zelga! So he did the diver down earlier, but I guess he mistimed the bomb explosion, so it didn't switch the switch for him.
We got a Lanabean inside Triforce piece number 4 and the green pendant.
Yeah, so that's just a never coming back here check for Zelga. Like I like when you make a mistake like that, you just have to assume it's nothing and move on with your life. Because you wouldn't expect your opponent to make that same mistake. So if you go back for it, it's so much slower.
If there is some progress, like Maya Big Key or GT Big Key or whatever, you know you are behind.
Or a glove.
Yes.
So the silver lining though is we don't have the big key, so there's a chance we'll be coming back to this dungeon later anyway with the swamp big key.
Talking about GT, there was the big key.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, no, it's horrible, but it's okay.
And now the hammer for Lanabean.
Okay, that's good. I was afraid that she might dip out of checking the rest of these checks, or even forget to do hobo, which is a common enough mistake. But with the hammer now, Swamp and Eastern are both clearable and logically. But yeah, there's a chance that Zelga's going to be back in Swamp later anyway to check the big chest, and if the situation calls for it, might end up doing that check then.
Pyramidal Edge is a hard piece.
And first, Kakariko well at 1 hour 8 minutes for Lanabean at the Uncle Draw. Like that's you probably should have come here earlier looking for that. I don't think there was anything too impactful though. It's just the Castle Tower is small.
And don't forget Zelga, we got on his side Triforce piece number 4.
We finally get that Spiral Cave check from Zelga. Remember, we were hoping Lanabean was coming back for this earlier, but she ended up taking other routes. It was just 50 rupees, but where does it take us? Nowhere important. Okay, never mind. Lanabean finding Ice Palace, but like Zelga before, has no Fire Rod, no Bombos Medallion. So the big difference right now is Zelga has some a bit more efficient clearing, and it has got some dungeons done. But Lanabean is ahead by exactly 1 lamp that we found in Maya. All right, 3 small keys. Zelga's not going to have any problem getting to Ice Armos and then also making the climb for Moldarm 2. Except no fire source. Never mind. Can't do the climb. No fire source. But we saw the right side sequence broken from Lanabean earlier. Now we get to see the left side in logic from Zelga, which has a fire source. Oh my gosh. Typical. Oh, she's here too. They're in the same place. Surprising actually that she's coming here instead of going to Swamp or Eastern, which are both Triforce pieces she can get to. Where coming here, it was just items, because she doesn't have that big key yet. Alright, opting not to spend the key makes a lot of sense since she only has 1, and she had to spend 1 earlier to go to the right side.
The Fire Rod and GT will also mean we can play Ice Palace.
That's true. Ice Palace it now opens up for both runners.
We need a fire source, Bombos or Fire Rod. And also Skull Woods is now available.
Yeah, although I don't think we have found that. Is there a link for the modes? If you join the tournament Discord, which was just linked in chat by the SpeedGaming bot, and then go to the resources channel, there should be a document for the tournament that explains everything.
And we found the second fire source for Ice Palace. Bombos was also in GT.
And Lanabean already having done Ice Armos and no big key, or small keys even, for climbing, has to nope out. And Zelga finds that 3rd medallion. Did we need Ether for something? Wasn't Ether the Meyer medallion? Ether was Meyer, okay. So Lanabean here in Turtle Rock. We already found Laser Bridge though, so no reason to go through that door. But yeah, that's another boss we could kill is Trinex.
Yes.
Okay, so what bosses can we not kill? We can't kill Helmasaur, and we can't kill Vitreous, and we can't kill Mothula because we haven't found it. And we do get to skip too, so as soon as one runner is able to find access to one of those 3, we are well on our way to go mode. Individually, they're not all paired up though, right? Because Lanabean doesn't have the big key for GT, so it won't be able to get the Moldarm 2 one. Did Zelga not climb? He didn't climb. Why didn't he climb?
Good question. I mean, we got everything what we need for the climb.
He should have climbed, right? Like, am I missing something? Did he just not climb because it's slower?
Good question.
Alright, well maybe he's figuring, okay, let me go get these faster Triforce pieces first. And then I'll climb. If I don't find something better to do. Because he, with the Fire Rod in hand, he can get this check on Lamo and get the Triforce piece there, and then he can also go to Ice Palace and get another one there. And Turtle Rock as well, yeah.
Now Lanabean can clear Swamp. She found the Swamp Small.
Oh right, she hadn't found that yet. Why has she not been back to Eastern? Like, where's the explanation there? She's had access to full clear Eastern for a long time. I don't think there was anything super important there though. It was like GT Small was the main thing we found.
Triforce piece number 6 and green pendant for Zelga now.
Okay, so from Zelga's point of view, he's just one Triforce piece access from Go mode. And then from Lana's point of view, she needs 2. Oh, there's our first glove on green pendant. Naturally. So the glove gives us access to a number of new entrances. One of those could contain Skull Woods, which would be Go mode for Zelga.
And don't forget, we need the glass to get logical access to the book.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, so Lanabean finishing up Turtle Rock, so I'll go right behind her, about to go to Trinex. Nothing in the front though. Okay, so the main things we're looking for, we want to find Pod Big or Meyer Big or the back of Skullwoods. This is the Ether Tablet.
I think so.
Yeah, Ether Tablet, and I don't think we've seen this entrance either. Maybe we've seen the entrance, I'm not sure. It is a big key for Hera. Oh my gosh. Alright, so confirmed the book was not all that great to find. Alright, Zelga returning to South Dark World. Looks like he's hopping over to grab this glove-locked entrance, and then we'll continue back to the Dark World. It is Pod. Oh, I guess we hadn't found Pod yet. Zelga's not too interested in checking it, though. So Zelga's main goal right now is find Skullwoods, which is the easiest way to get to go mode. So it looks like he's going to take this connector to get back over to Dark Shopping Mall, where he can grab 2 different glove lock entrances, one of which could be Skullwoods.
And finally, Lanabean is now in Eastern.
Mid cave, nothing helpful there. One more entrance here for Zelga. Also nothing. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we just climb GT, right? Since we're here. No? Okay. Isn't GT over here? Am I misremembering? I might be misremembering. I thought GT was over here.
This looks like checking out my entrance.
Yeah, I thought he might just climb GT then after those entrances or nothing, because GT, of course, has a Triforce piece, but also 3 other checks, any of which could be a big key. But we found Skullwoods in the Mire entrance. So that is go mode for Zelga. He has to climb GT, but, you know, climb GT and be in go mode is a lot better than not do the other dungeons and not be in go mode.
Absolutely.
And he never had to go to Mire. Isn't that frustrating? Lana makes this difference-making play, and it didn't help. Nice modular fight there from Zelga. Alright, there goes Zelga heading back over to the Ice Rod Cave area, Light World Shopping Mall, to go to GT, and climbed for that Triforce piece. Wait, that's only 9. Oh, Ice Palace, right, and then later Ice Palace. I forgot about Ice Palace.
Now Lana will find her glass. So she can do Ice Palace, she can do Swamp.
Yeah, she is definitely not without things to do. The only like real out here for Lanabean at this point is like if she goes to Ice Palace and then finds the pod big key real fast, and then also finds the back of skull and pod entrances real fast as well, which she just got access to. Well, I guess she doesn't have the skull one right yet. Where was Ether? Oh, that was the GT big chest. Oh yeah, that's never happening. Oh no. Yeah, so because we get the GT big key here in Swamp, so there's not really any hope for Lanabean to go get the big chest anytime soon. She's already done the left and right side of the GT basement, so Skullwoods is pretty much a non-option for her. Yeah, so I guess the only way would be find both the pod big and the mire big in ice or something. He brought up climb for Ganon. Ice Palace is up here as well, so like killing Agatu just puts him at Ice Palace and the Ganon drop. Makes sense. Oh, there's that check that that Zelga accidentally skipped. It was the Hera Small. And Zelga mirrors over to Ice Palace. This is his last Triforce piece, so it should be a pretty swift go mode of Ice Palace. It's not accidental. I only forget to hit the crystal switch when I know that there's a hair basement small key in the vanilla key chest. Zelga just picking up that extra key since we did not hit the switch here.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, keys in go mode, you only need to kill Cold Stare to finish the siege with defeating Ganon.
Yeah, and because we have the big key and a small key, we don't have to worry about hitting the switch in advance. It's not important. As long as you grab the extra key on the way. Not the cleanest Cold Stare I've ever seen, but turns out if you have half magic and a fire rod, it doesn't have to be.
Last try for Beast 4, Zelga, now it's time for Ganon.
Alright, and as we all know, Ganon can warp anywhere between 0 and infinity times in Phase 3, so if you'd like to guess how many warps we see from Zelga's Ganon fight today, now would be the time to get those in the chat. Since we can't do the GT Wiki guessing game.
We got Tempered Silver, so it should be easy to defeat Ganon.
One. Two.
Three. Four.
Five. 5 warps was the answer. Baja Blood guessed it on the dot. 5 warps.
Nice. Get ready to write down your GGs in the chat for Zelga. By defeating the final boss, the bridge.
And Zelga takes first place in our race here today with an official time of 1:31:13. Meow 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 meow. Oh my god. GG. Looks like Zelga will be joining us here shortly.
Yeah, I think so.
Welcome,
GG's.
Zelgadissan. How's it going, GG?
Yo, GG's. Thank you very much. Doing pretty good, apparently.
I don't really know. This seed, it was just like a hilarious concoction of go to the places sometimes and maybe find something perhaps. The post 1 hour glove was pretty disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, seeing that was Alana's glove as well, it doesn't shock me. Like, there's just... I obviously I don't know where the other one is, but that one for me was... I was... Knowing that the lamp blocked, like, the entire game, like, by the end, I kind of figured it had to be in Meyer, and I already talked to Lana, and I know it was. But, yeah, having that behind the fire source felt really bad, to be honest. But I guess it sounds like maybe the late hammer bailed me out with Ether and the GT Big Chest and stuff.
You got the hammer before she did.
Oh, really? Okay. I felt like I could easily have been...
Yeah, she got
like,
because she got the lamp, right? So that let her do other things. So like when you're off getting the hammer, she's sequence breaking right side GT and killing Lambo and such.
Guys, one more thing. I just need to make it official. Lanabean forfeited.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. She was still a ways out from finishing and didn't even have go mode yet. And it was going to be hard for her to find it too, because the only go mode we knew she could get to was that Skull Woods behind the Ether Medallion, which was in the GT Big Chest, which was unfortunately orphaned.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you get the fire source, you break right side, go to Ice Armos, and then God, who knows when you're getting back. Makes sense.
Yeah, she went back to GT before doing Swamp, I think, was the main thing that kept her from getting that. Because you would just go to the big chest on your second trip with the hammer.
Yeah, that would do it too. And it makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of items there. I don't blame that one bit.
Oh, and you'll be happy to know the check that you hilariously missed in Left Side Swamp was the Hera Basement Small.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I set the bomb for Diver Down. I guess I went too fast. I thought I saw the explosion, and
Yeah, it must have been.
yeah, but that was just like, well, hope that's nothing, or else I lose, because I was never going back to that.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Where like you could just like hit the switch and then just go back again, but that puts you in a position where you're either getting nothing slower than your opponent, or you're getting something slower than your opponent. So like you're losing either way.
Yeah, exactly. Like it wouldn't have been that bad of a time loss to just go back for it, but I don't know. I was feeling a little too tilted by it. That was probably going to be last behind maybe the Thieves' big chest.
That was an interesting thing as well, because Lanabean hadn't found the Thieves Small when she found Thieves Town, because for some reason she'd put off going to the Uncle Drop for so long. So I was saying as she walked into Thieves Town, I was like, oh, it's unlikely that she's going to go to the back here because it's not in logic. And then she went straight to the back. And then you get there and you have the Thieves Small. I was like, it's a lot more likely Zelga will do the back. And then you walk out instead. So I just look like an idiot here up here in the comms booth.
Yeah, I figured I should at least check Skullwoods for the hammer.
Yeah, you did end up going back pretty quick.
Yeah, yeah, that is kind of funny. Yeah,
But,
I feel like there's not a lot to say on this one past the kind of linear chain to get the glove and all. I did feel really good that the one connector I took out of town, like instant flute, instant boots, instant hook shot, like all those.
Yeah,
nice
that was definitely a significant find early on. Lanabean actually found that Dark Death Mountain area before you did. Hi, Lanabean. Welcome. We were just talking about how you took that race game connector early, which put you on top of the mountain, but you went left past the Lionels to grab the GT entrance and more. And Zelga had dropped down when he found that same area. So it got him to that flute a lot faster and thus mountain access.
On that flute, G Zelga, pretty much exactly as I expected the result to be.
Yo, GG's. Yeah, I feel like flute, boots, all that. I feel like that was just kind of a flip of a coin, and honestly, partially just a little uncomfortable with the mode that I don't immediately think I need to go left to GT. So, kind of got bailed out on that too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking at the time. I haven't actually played a cross hunt, but the GT being 0 crystals means the only way to get to it is to walk left from that area, where there's like 3 other ways you could get to the southern entrances that you drop down to.
The entrance has been nothing so far in any of the cities I've played. One day, just like Hero Basement, it'll pay off eventually. Probably not, but you never know.
I like it being 7 crystals. It makes it special.
Yeah, but I think the reason that I was told that it's 0 is because people, I should say, they don't want to make it so that you have to hard get 7 crystals to unlock something you need to at that entrance is the reason or something.
Oh, see, I see that as a perk.
Yeah, it feels really weird to me that pendants and 5/6 are the only things that matter. Like,
yeah,
there's 5 crystals that have absolutely no value.
They just do nothing. They're just pointless. We're playing a winter festive, and it's pieces of coal or something.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they are.
You get a health and magic refill. I mean, it's fine, I guess.
Oh yeah, I didn't think you could just save and quit out. Yeah, after getting the Triforce piece, if you know it's not a 5 or 6.
Well, and if you're in Go mode, you really don't care, right? I mean,
yeah.
There are certain situations you do want a refill, like, oh, I'm gonna go fight Ganon and then 10% magic. Okay, let's just get it.
Well, this will be something. This will be something to fill out the feedback form at the end of the tournament. But Zelga does win this race. I have no idea what the format is. You guys play again or no?
Yeah, it's groups of 4, and everyone plays each other twice. So, and with the 3 modes, one of them gets skipped in our little mini series.
So this will mean in each group we will see 6 races.
And our group was appropriately AC for all across it. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know that much about Tenet, but I knew Lana and Rabid Wombat and I are obviously pretty heavy entrance players, so it was kind of funny to get that.
Do I need to ask you what our game 2 is going to be, Zelga?
Probably not. I have a feeling you can guess it's probably AD keys because you can't choose the same mode twice.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, I'll remember that I start with boots this time. Last time I played that in the qual, I walked around for like 10 minutes, no boots. It was great.
Yeah, I'm especially with pseudo boots. I'm kind of notorious for doing that. It
There
happens.
should be like a chime that sounds until you dash for the first time.
Or just look at your auto tracker and see the boot lit up. It's
Well,
like,
that's the problem with pseudo boots is that it doesn't do that.
well, with the newer tracker, I think Muffin's Branch has like a blue boot instead.
Oh yeah, I've
cool.
seen the icon in game, but it's not on the emo tracker I use.
Oh, got it. Yeah. But I don't mind this mode. This mode's pretty good. It's kind of nice to not care about your dungeon prize, except like Zelga said, your green pendant and 2 red crystals, maybe. But this is the first seed that green pendant has mattered for me.
Yeah, I haven't played too many of these, but I have yet to have the pendants or the 5/6 matter until right now.
Yeah, I think the worst that it's been was like on an SG Daily like a month or 2 ago. They were doing cross hunt, and GT Big Chest had the book, and CT2 was at Bombo's tablet. That's about the worst it's gotten, I think. And I was apparently the only one who got it for a long time.
Oh, speaking of the book, Lanabean hovered to it. It didn't lead to anything,
nice.
but
Yeah, I never even found the other entrance to pick it up.
I walked out. I think it was light bumper bottom or death
Yes.
Ascent, I guess.
Okay.
yeah, DM Ascent left.
Which I found out after. Sorry, go ahead.
So basically the book was glove locked.
Yup. I was
Yeah.
like, this book probably is nothing, but we'll just check things. It's fine.
It was exciting though, like because you get the book and like this is a huge difference maker because like Zelga's not gonna find this until we get a glove in like an hour and a half. So when you go to Bombo's tablet, it's like we're all excited. What's it gonna be? Bugnet. And then you go to Ether tablet. What's it gonna be? Skullwood's big key. Okay, thanks, game.
Pretty much. It was like, unless it's a glove or like a big key to a dungeon, it's hard to think that it'll be actual progression. But seeing as it worked, I actually got across. It was fine. Because like 30 seconds earlier, I failed earlier. So like hook check.
Like if Ether tablet had been like the pod big, which then led to the Meyer big, this could have been a much different race or something.
Yeah, potentially. But like in this particular seed, it's just check your entrances and apparently check all of your connectors. Because at some point I just stopped. I was like, Spiral? No, we're not doing that. Okay, Herald East? No, we're not gonna go out that. And I
Well, it would have mattered anyway because you couldn't open the Meyer entrance.
That is not wrong. I was like, I think I was pretty close. All good's fine. And he was like, Ether was in GT Big Chest. I'm like, oh, I guess I was further back than I thought.
I forget the exact situation why it happened, but you ended up going back to GT with the hammer instead of going to Swamp, which had the GT Big.
I don't think I had the Swamp Small when I got.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sick Kid.
Yep, Sick Kid took forever. I did that.
Sick Kid.
Yes, I did that when I just like around the time I got my glove. Super late.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Hammer Glove, Swamp Small, all came pretty quickly.
Although there was like a half-hour period where I'm like, when is Lanabean going to Eastern? Is she ever going to Eastern? Hello, Eastern.
I thought about it for a while, but it was like, well, I could flute and just shot across, but no. I was like, there could be something there, but whatever. It's just, I got other things to do south. It's fine.
I liked your anti-Zelga routing, though, to grab the first 2 chests and Death Warp.
That's pretty standard for me. I typically check the first 2 chests, and my rule is that if there is progression, I will move on, or maybe if I have boots, I go on. But normally I don't go check 3 or later unless I have a good reason to. Like, it's a late check, you know, it's one of my last 2 or 3 entrances, it's Eastern, yeah, we're just gonna dig it. But other than that, I don't avoid it as much as Zelga, but I typically at least do the first 2.
I do feel like the micro dips, like the first 2 and bailing, are getting more common.
Well, and for me, I've paid too much of a price for avoiding Eastern. Like, I'll avoid it and boots are in check 2. I'm like, well, great. Sorry, go ahead.
I try to be a bit more fluid with that decision. Like, if it's really easy to get back to, or I found it really, really, really early, I won't do it. But if if it's over in the Ice Rock Cave area or something, I'm just going to go inside because I don't want to come back.
Please, Zelga, explain your aversion to Eastern. I don't think I've heard it.
We lost him. Oh well.
I cut him off. I feel so bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, poor Zelga. All right. Well, I think we are all ready to wrap it up here, Phoenix.
I got no questions.
Oh, sure.
I think I got no questions. I think everything is said.
Okay.
Well played.
Yeah,
thank
both of
you,
you.
GG. Thank you guys for the commentary, the tracking, the restream, and obviously the biggest GG to Lana, and look forward to game 2.
Yeah, look forward to getting destroyed. Yeah, GG's. Yeah, thank you, Phoenix and Koi, for commentating. Aku, thank you for the tracking. I honestly didn't think this would get picked up for a restream so quick because we scheduled it like last night in the middle of another cross keys race we were doing for fun. Yeah, have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for the restream. You're amazing.
Yes, also from my side. Big GG's to you both, Lanabean and Zelga. Also, a big thanks to our trackers Akuhaish and Lupoi, and a big thank you to Koi to commentating with me today.
Hello, Koi. I didn't see a second tracker. I'm sorry. Thank you. Yes, thank you. I'm sorry.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.